In the Jar Football Show, episode 187. I'm your host, Clark Dupree. And we got a good show for you today. Our feature discussion, Puka Nacua. He's got the Huzz wilding at him. She wants a bag. Little baggy. Chanel bag. You know what I mean? So we'll talk about that. North Carolina fired their coach, alumnus, Hubert Davis. And we've got a few other things for you as well. Some clips. And we'll get on down the road. I'll tell you this, man. I think I'm going to start eating before I train. You got jiu-jitsu at 5:30 to 6:30. I'm typically not back until around 8:20, 8:30 p.m. And then I got to have dinner. And normally I'm not done eating until about 9. I got to be in bed at 9:45. And the health experts say that you got to try and eat your last meal at least 4 hours in advance of when you go to bed. For me, that's 6. I'm in the middle of training. So I ain't hungry, but I'm going to try to get off of here with enough time to make some food, eat it, and get to training on time at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. So I'll try not to be too controversial today. And we'll get down the road on this football show. I'm sure there's other things to talk about as well here. Levante David retired. Joe Flacco. We mentioned Joe Flacco. We ain't talked about Mike Tomlin. Whole lot of other shit. And I got some clips. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I'm bored of... actually, I don't know if I'm bored of ranting about Kentucky basketball yet. I don't know if I'm... Been doing that 2 days in a row. That horse kind of seems a bit beaten down. Kentucky fans have kind of quieted down on Twitter today. I dropped a take on the show 2 days ago, I think, talking about how UK should hire Rick Pitino. And some guys were commenting on that, saying that that was a terrible take. And then the only freaking takes I'm seeing from UK fans on Twitter today are exactly that. Thank you for the sub, Hunter's Hub. Appreciate it, brother. All I see now is my take littered all over your Twitter timeline, boy. Oh, it's a bad take. Like, think. What would it take to not make a movie about Rick Pitino returning to Lexington and winning a national title? What part about that would not be a movie? A ready-made, better edition of the Kurt Warner movie. Come on, son. Oh, this is a bad take. Just some damn retards on TikTok. Frankly. I might get a little controversial this episode, man. You got this Puka Nacua case, and it's driving me absolutely nuts. I think I'm rant ready. I think I'm rant ready today. Typically, we warm up to the feature discussion. But today, brother, today, I read this Puka Nacua story. And I'll tell you what. Credit to all the clickbaiting Twitter accounts. like ML football. Those tweets from typically fake news ML football, they broke the news. And it's so heinous. The story is so heinous that I legitimately saw the headline, Puka Nacua bites a girl and says, F the Jews. Who knows if he even said that, by the way? It was so heinous. And I saw it was from ML football. I was like, oh, it's Dove Kleiman. If you're a ball knower, you know how you know what you think about those accounts on Twitter. But the news ended up being true, and ESPN sent out I got a push notification. Yeah, it ain't often. It's like one every couple of days you get a push noti from ESPN. At least me. So, what does the report say? Let's get to the facts. We don't have to really even drop a take because the facts are the facts. Okay. Let's just read here. The incident allegedly happened December 31st, 2025. Legal action came nearly 3 months later, just days after Jackson Smith and Jigba signed a $168 million record contract. Okay. Nacua's extension is coming up and will likely exceed that number. Nacua's attorney says his office was contacted with demands for millions of dollars in exchange for not publicizing the allegations, characterizing it as blackmail rather than a legitimate legal claim. Nacua's team has video evidence of the accuser twerking and partying at a club with Nacua after the alleged incidents. If she was genuinely assaulted and heard an anti-Semitic comment that distressed her, partying with him afterward is a significant credibility problem. The judge also denied to grant her a restraining order in the I guess, I don't know when it happened. But the facts alone, guys, it's people want to be victims so bad, bro. You know what I mean? People like get this high off of being a victim. It's this ego problem where you have this, let's say a woman like this accuses Puka Nacua. I'm just speculating. I don't even know what the girl looks like. I don't know anything about the girl that accused him, okay? So I'm not saying any of this about her personally. But just on the surface, to me, that looks like somebody who wants a free ride. Somebody who might struggle with accountability. And this culture has permeated throughout Western society, particularly with young women, I believe. I shouldn't characterize all of them like that. I think that there's bad apples in every group. Imagine the hell that girl's probably living in day to day. That, the girl that accused Puka. It's probably a very scared existence. It's like this question of whether you actually add value to the world, or maybe I want to take shortcuts because I don't believe in my own abilities to make positive change. I don't know what it is. Again, I've never seen this woman that's accusing Puka Nacua. I've never, I don't know her name. I don't know anything about her. I'm not saying anything about her personally. I'm just speculating on the types of personalities that are notorious for doing this to big time names with a lot of money. Now, to be devil's advocate here, when you're in a position like Puka Nacua is in, and you're in a public place with people that some of them probably ain't your friends, you know what I mean? They're probably around for what you can offer. You gotta bite the tongue a little bit. I don't feel comfortable. I personally don't feel comfortable having drinks out in public anymore because I don't want to be vulnerable and out of control in that way around people that might not be my friends, might be able to use something I said against me. So you kind of got to blame Puka a bit for allowing this kind of person to be around at all. A really, really big battle for a young man. I'm speaking as one is, and I haven't seen this girl at all. She could not be attractive, and I could be totally wrong in even saying this, but let's assume she is attractive. A lot of times that P power emanates from them when they're real good looking. And it's tough for a man to say, no, you can't hang out with us. You got bird hands and you listen to Sabrina Carpenter. Like, we're not letting you hang out. I feel like you're going to, especially if you're in Puka's shoes. You're like, you gotta, I don't know. I'm not in Puka Nacua's shoes. I've never been to that level of notoriety or wealth. So I can't fault him too terribly much, but I feel like bare minimum when you're in someone's shoes like that, you gotta be hyper cognizant of who you're letting hang out. I mean, the slightest off feeling or red flag with a guy or a girl. When you're famous like that, you got guys too trailing on you. But I mean, look, man, the cold hard truth of it is, and I think Puka is countersuing the lady for defamation, if I understand correctly. I think he's countersuing her. There's got to be a bigger penalty for women making heinous accusations like this and getting away with it. It's all upside for them, and it's all downside for the guy on the other end of the table. I mean, I guess you got the lawyer fees, the lawyers in there, man. I mean, I don't know. I feel like, and I'm totally talking out of my ass here, but I feel like as a lawyer, you probably got to be pretty careful with which sector of law you choose to specialize in, because I would not want to be the guy looking at these nitty-bitty, picky details about something a woman said because she got rubbed the wrong way and wants a bag. It's just, it's really, it's interesting. And this will all get resolved. Nacua's not going to, I mean, it still sucks because you got to pay lawyer fees, though, dude. That's really the loss. I feel like, I don't know how law works. I'm only an expert in bird law. I would hope that when Puka wins this case, this meaningless, nefarious, all for nothing, flat out evil, really, court case, civil court case, hopefully Nacua gets reimbursed for lawyer fees. I don't know how that works at So I mean, this whole thing, right? I saw this today. It pissed me off, and I hesitated about talking about it. But if we just state the facts of what's going on, it's clear who is evil in the equation. You know what I mean? You got Levante David, retired. People are debating whether he's a Hall of Famer or not. I don't know. I don't know. Levante David, he was a very good pro. Hubert Davis, head coach of North Carolina Tar Heels, was fired either yesterday or today. I don't know. He was fired after North Carolina blew the largest first-round lead in tournament history versus VCU. They were up 19 at one point in the game, end up losing to Virginia Commonwealth University 82-78 in the first round. UNC was a 6th seed, VCU was an 11th seed. Davis had a 125-54 record in 5 seasons. They got to the national title game in his first year. They got to a Final Four. 74. Okay. Let me slow down. $5.3 million buyout for Hubert Davis. 74-year tradition ends of the UNC program staying with the Carolina family for its head coach. First time since the Dean Smith era, they'll almost certainly hire an outside coach. So my question is this. And we saw this in the NFL too. I mean, the people of Southern Ohio and Central Kentucky are absolutely belabored with complacent leaders in the sports teams with the Bengals, the Reds, and University of Kentucky athletics. Some people are saying, some Kentucky fans are saying, Pope played here. We ought to give him a shot. Meanwhile, UNC just shit-canned one of the deepest connected guys to the program you could possibly shit-can. I think it's the right move for North Carolina if you feel like you're stuck in the mud. Kentucky's basketball program needs to move on, and they won't. and everybody who's saying, well, we might as well get behind him because we know he's not going anywhere, are part of the problem. Completely. So, couple replacement names in the hat to replace Hubert Davis in North Carolina. Nate Oates, Bama's head coach. It's hard for me to, who knows, man? The ego rush of coaching at Blue Blood is probably a very palpable force. Billy Donovan, both mentioned as strong candidates. Wouldn't that make Kentucky fans sick to their stomach? Watching Billy Donovan go and coach at North Carolina. Billy Donovan's like that white buffalo for Kentucky. I remember people talking about Billy Donovan as the potential head coach of Kentucky in 2000. And when did Billy Gillespie come on? Cal got hired in 2010 or 9. You could go back to 2000, maybe 8 or 9. Whenever UK was eventually hired Gillespie, Billy Donovan was mentioned in that coaching search. So this happened in football this past year. Let's not forget Sleepy Mitch Barnhart at the wheel again. Kentucky moves on from Stoops. Too late. And one of the hottest coaching candidates in college football who played at Kentucky gets hired by your in-conference rival Florida. Are you kidding me? Mitch is asleep at the wheel, guys. You got some great candidates floating around for blue blood jobs. I don't get why these damn balloons fly all over the damn screen. Blue blood jobs, right? Billy Donovan, prime candidate. I feel like Kentucky has tried to get Nate Oates away from Bama before, and it just didn't happen. I don't know, man. It's weird. Like, even with the coaches I had in school, I would always hear about them getting offered promotions at bigger schools than little old Samford, and a lot of them would just stay at the program out of loyalty. It's pretty cool. Like, you got to do what you need to do for yourself, but still, it's pretty cool. That kind of loyalty, So you never really know. I guarantee you could, if Kentucky hadn't reached out to Nate Oates at some point since Cal, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Big Mitch, he's asleep at the wheel, man. So I feel like the University of Kentucky athletic program is going to allow the same thing to happen that just happened in football to happen to him in basketball. You hang on too long, and then right as the ship's getting ready to submerge underwater, you jump off and panic and try to make something happen quick. So that's what that UNC thing makes me think of. Makes me think that serious programs behave a certain way and unserious programs behave a certain way. What else we got? I mentioned this yesterday. Joe Flacco signs with the Cincinnati Bengals. 41-year-old, going to back up Joe Burrow. Reason he returned to Cincy is because he could not find a starting job elsewhere in the league. A lot of people are wondering why the Las Vegas Raiders didn't have longer chats with Joe Flacco as a bridge quarterback for their eventual number 1 overall draft pick rookie quarterback, Fernando Mendoza. A lot of people are saying that Kirk Cousins could be the guy that Las Vegas brings in to be that bridge guy for Fernando. You can't expect, you can't really expect a rookie to come into a bad situation and play well and fix things right away. A really special kind of guy. Not even Joe Burrow was able to do that in 2020. So having a bridge quarterback, especially a wily vet, is what helps a lot. So what this situation tells me is that the Raiders are looking more in the direction of Kirk Cousins, and they should sign him as a bridge quarterback for Fernando. Those two guys would work beautifully together as well, personality-wise. Are you kidding me? I'd pay money. I'd subscribe with money to watch a Fernando Mendoza, Kirk Cousins podcast if they were on the Raiders. Can you think about that? Think about those two guys shooting the breeze. It'd be unbelievable. So, Flacco back with the Bengals. I'm glad to have him as a Bengals fan because I don't think there's many other guys in the league, period, that could be a better mentor to Joe Burrow being in the same position room every day. I can't imagine. It's tremendous for Burrow, I feel like. You got Josh Johnson in there. Old, wily vets to take care of our young stud. He's still young. Joe Burrow, he's so tough. He's so powerful. Mike Tomlin looking at transitioning over to the media. I bet what happens with Mike T is I bet you got a year of media. Maybe you come on as a consultant sometime mid-season or late. And then Mike T will be up for another head coaching job after this next NFL season. Wouldn't that be, that'd be so sick if the Bengals could, well, I'll sound like I'm rooting against the Bengals' success if I say something like that. Let's say, and God forbid, that next year for the Bengals is another mediocre year. Can you imagine? I'm just throwing takes out there. These are ridiculous. You fire Zach Taylor, and then you bring on Mike T to coach the Bengals. That'd be sick, kind of. Just the fact that we poached him from Pittsburgh, and it's not even really poaching if you think about it, because there would have been in excess of a year's time in between him being in Pittsburgh. I don't know. It's something to think about, man. Let's see what else we got. UFL. Birmingham Stallions. AJ McCarron, head coach over there, baby. The Birmingham Stallions. Dude, I love, man. People probably won't even remember. What was that league even called, man? It wasn't the XFL. Oh, it's going to bug me. There was a team when I was still in school down in Birmingham, Alabama, called the Birmingham Iron. Oh, I can't remember what league they were in, man. I got a Birmingham Iron poster sitting right in there, but it was the badassest thing. In February or March, Sunday mornings, I think they were. You know, as a college kid, you pull up with some drinks at 9 a.m., start tailgating outside of the old Legion Field in Birmingham. It was great. I always loved spring football. We'll keep our eye on it. They got the season opener Friday night on Fox. And I think they do this cool thing with the UFL where I think they mic up the coaches and you can hear the calls on the broadcast. That's pretty sick. I'm not positive that's okay. Viewers can listen for play calls on Fox Friday night. That's sick. Yeah, I'm definitely going to tune into UFL. We might be winding down here. Let me see if we got any clips for you.
In the kitchen, eating Roman numerals, and I heard something. I thought Iran had popped the side of the house. It was all my wives, all their clothing had fell down. Ripped clean out the sheetrock, boy.
Damn.
I said, dog, boy, I thought somebody was coming in here on me.
Damn.
Oh, my Lord, boy. This is going to be a conundrum. This is a complete conundrum. I tell you what you have to do. You need to pull up a dump trailer, take half of this to Goodwill.
Damn, for real.
Because people need to be wearing this. It don't need to be on display. It do not need to be on display like this.
Damn, boy. We got a conundrum. That guy, his name's Alex Morrison. He's a white guy down in the South. And he just be, man, he do the accent, man. What do you say? I was eating some ramen numerals. It's like a Memphis accent, you know, like how Glorilla's cute ass talk. She'd be like, I just look down on my nerves feed. Yeah, I like that kind of music. Memphis, it's like a Memphis. Let's go. Let's just listen. Let's analyze it.
In the kitchen, eating Roman numerals, and I heard something. I thought Iran had popped the side of the house. It was all my wives, all their clothing had fell down. Ripped clean out the sheetrock, boy. I said, dog, boy, I thought somebody was coming in here on me. Oh, my Lord, boy.
Oh, my Lanta. It's gonna be a conundrum. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just kind of pulled that clip, man. I ain't got much else. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button on the channel, by the way. We're the fastest growing football show in the land. Every single weekday we go live talking about some bullshit, talking about some bull jive, some ball, you know what I mean? Got Sweet 16 coming up. Starting tomorrow, I believe. I don't know if the games start in the morning now or if they're going to be a little later. There's less games, so I'd imagine they start a little later. You know what I mean? And other than that, man, I mean, look out for clips. Look out for other content. I'm competing in jiu-jitsu again April 11th. And so we'll definitely be vlogging that. So make sure you subscribe, even if you just want to make sure you don't miss the jiu-jitsu vlog. Doing Madden streams less and less. That game just really pisses me off bad. So maybe not as much of those. We'll see, man. I just get pissed. I hate losing. But make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you double tap the screen here. Follow on Twitter if you're watching on Twitter. Follow on Kick, Twitch if you're watching there. Those algorithms tend to be a little less kind. So I'd imagine not too many people are watching on those right now. But that's cool, man. That's cool. I'm good with that. Care about the YouTube. Hit that subscribe, baby. And we'll see you guys back on In the Jar Football Show tomorrow. I'm Clark Dupree. Holler at me. Y'all take care. Shout out to Low Country D. And that's all she wrote.